Hey guys, welcome to a Superpowers toy collection figure review. We're looking at Boss Fight Studios Power Stars line. And these 4 figures are dropping here at the end of 2022. And we have Flash Gordon and 3 Flash Gordon figures and 1 the Phantom. So let's kind of look at these. My main interest in wanting to get these is the Superpowers look. The 7-point articulation and they're all the same height, same scale, and as you can see, these are the same. They're really well done, same scale. They look like the Superpowers figures. They even have even on the cards they have the backdrop like the Superpowers had, with the yellow background with the red star logo. Similar on here, it's obviously a callback to the Superpowers toy line. Power Stars by Boss Fight Studio. Here's the back of the card. If you want to look at that, there's a quick bio, some artwork. These are based on, you see like NECA and some other companies doing, the original superhero, the original comic hero figures, before Batman and Superman and such. So let's crack some of these open, take a look at them, compare them. Yes, I have some of the McFarlane Superpowers line out right now. We're kind of in a Superpowers renaissance. We have Toy Otter and Fresh Monkey Fiction coming out with a line, Long Box Heroes. They're also going to be done in the Superpowers look as well. The same articulation, same scale, and such like that. So let's check these out. Now, I actually already opened some of these, believe it or not. I just do the cut the bottom, so this is kind of like a hinge, and then I can pull the figure out, and I can put them right back in if I want. See that? Just use an X-Acto knife and be careful, don't cut yourself. So one thing that's interesting with these figures is they do have weapons that we haven't seen in the Superpowers line. They're like swords and guns. There are some new things they've brought to the table, and mostly they are a callback to the original Superpowers line. Yes, very good scale. The McFarlane figures, they're about the same scale. Some of them are a little taller, a little bit taller than the Superpowers line, and then some of them aren't. So it's kind of hit or miss. These all look like they're in really good scale. They do not have power action features. They have the look of the same articulation, so elbow joint, head turns, legs, knees. The knees are kind of ratcheted. The original Superpowers line wasn't, but you can see they are pinless, and that's a big plus to me. That looks that really hits the Superpowers look really hard, in my opinion. With the McFarlane figures, they didn't do the metal pin like the Toy Biz figures were, but they did do a pin. The McFarlane ones do look nicer than the Toy Biz ones, in my opinion. But he has some holsters. The Phantom has some holsters. The guns fit in nice. Doesn't fall out or anything. You can see some of the detail here. He's got like rings on his hands. And I noticed that there's a finger separator there, so it actually has a trigger finger. Now I gotta admit, these would be really cool if they did have power action feature. If they had a power action, like he could kind of shoot the guns, here, I'll show you. If you can imagine squeezing his legs and his, guns. Pew, 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 pew. So those fit really nice. They look really good. One thing that's kind of neat, that I think is kind of a neat touch, is they have ball jointed head, which kind of has some, you could do some neat poses, I suppose. You could kind of, he can nod, he could tilt his head a little bit, which the original Superpowers couldn't. And I don't really like a lot of added articulation, but since it's the same kind of articulation, other than the Superpowers is limited just right to left, this can move a little bit. I think it's kind of cool. It looks really good. The plastic is nice. It looks like Superpowers. The knee joints look good. It's really cool. It's like getting a new Superpowers figure. The Phantom and I believe Flash Gordon too, they were both at one point DC properties, so. All right, let's open Ming the Merciless. Okay, he has a cape. Let's check that out. Yeah. Oh, interesting. He has kind of a collar piece over there to give him kind of the look of his artwork, I suppose. Yeah. This cape is really nice quality. The cloth feels really good. It feels like this cape in general reminds me of Robin's cape from the Superpowers line. The clasp, the ring in there, the clip part of the cape is a little smaller, so it seems to clip on his neck nice though. He has this sword, so he can hold that. Looks like he has a sheath. Yeah. And then he can hold this blaster as well. Put that in his hand. Goes in really nice. Looks really cool. So here he is with Green Arrow. He is a little taller than Green Arrow. Green Arrow is a little on the shorter side. Really nice paint. Paint looks good. The head. Okay, the head. It's not cracking here. I think that I don't think it does move. Underneath it there, almost looks like maybe it's glued. I don't know. Maybe yours will move. I'll have to check it later. Put a blow dryer on it and see if it gets loose at all. Oh, they do have peg holes on the bottom of their feet. I always get these clear Protex stands with the Superpowers. They fit really good. The other thing that I want to mention is they have a nice sturdy stance. Like the Superpowers always had a powerful stance. That is one of the gripes I have on the new McFarlane figures. It almost looks like he needs to be. Like, I wish the Superman legs, especially on the Superman, was like a little wider, but they're really close. And that reminds me of the Toy Biz figures as well. This Flash one looks pretty good, actually. He looks like he has a sturdy, strong stance to him. But anyway, minor gripe. Ming the Merciless is really cool looking. Really nice paint detail. He has some gold and red. The two purples looks really nice. The knee articulation there. One thing I will say, minor gripe. See that there's the I don't know if you can see in the reflection, the copyright info and stuff on here. It would have been kind of cool if they did that on the inside of the leg, like the original Superpowers did. That would have been another cool kind of callback to that. Like how they had the DC 1984 copyright info in there. All right, let's keep going here. Next we have Flash Gordon. There's his empty card. I didn't show the back of the Ming the Merciless there. There's some card art, a bio, figures that are available, UPC, etc. Here's Flash Gordon's, same thing. Original card art. They have a really nice back, especially for just the 4 figures. I'm really anxious to see if they're going to be doing more or not. Flash Gordon has an interesting extra head, which we never had that with the Superpowers, so that's kind of interesting. He's got a sword. He's got a blaster. These look to be the same. Not the same blaster. Yeah, that is the same blaster as Ming's there. Different sword. These look really good. Like, they don't look cheap or anything. They have good, you know, matte finish, satin finish on like the areas that they should have it. And I think that's the same belt. Same belt. Nope. Different logo as Ming's, but they have a similar holster for both. Same sword and a blaster. That's really cool. Looks really good. Again, this is like getting new Superpowers figures. These are really nice. So let's see how it looks here. His blaster can go in his holster. That looks cool. And then he has his other sword, his sword that can go in the scabbard here. Oh, that looks nice. And this head, this other one just doesn't have this extra headpiece on it. It's like an unmasked one. The detail's really nice on it. Let's see. It pops off. Looks like I have a little paint rub. Looks like this was painted, maybe. It looks like a little purple there. And then let me pop this on. Ooh, it's kind of tight. A little tighter. I'm going to imagine I'm probably heat that up to make it so it's a little, fits on really well. Make it so it fits on, not so tight. Yeah, even if I turn it, it's really tight. But that does look really good. I think I like the other head better, but this one looks really good too. Again, he has a separate, seems like they all have little trigger fingers. They're separated there. You could probably hold the sword and the blaster as well. Wow, he looks really cool. Let's try it with the other head. That looks really cool. These all seem to stand really well. The Phantom, yeah, that pops off too. Like I mentioned with the ball joint, pretty cool. Okay, let's open up Prince Thun. Thun. This is the one I was least excited about when I saw these announced. I don't know, just because it's basically like a naked guy with a loincloth and weird hair. I'm not too familiar with this character, but yeah, he has a tail. Looks like he has clawed toes. but maybe the character in itself kind of makes this a cool guy to have for the Flash Gordon figure line here. It's a little, his thumb's kind of bent over there, and it makes getting the sword in a little difficult. He does his head turn, it is on a ball joint. It is inhibited by his hair there. He's this big old head of hair. So these guys all have swords. There we go. He goes in, I just had to work it in there a little bit. Doesn't really have anything under the loincloth there. Good articulation. It feels really good. It feels really nice, the articulation. So guys, there is Boss Fight Studios Power Stars. I hope you enjoyed the review. These are really cool. I hope that you guys start getting yours soon. They sent me these for a early review and show you guys on our Superpower toy collector page. So check them out. You can find them Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, or just go to Boss Fight Studios and check them out. See you guys later. Thanks for watching our review.